Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Sober Second Thoughts, all on the fifth quarter show on YouTube. My name's Rick Zamperin. Pleased to have you jumping along again. And it is going to be an exciting episode of Sober Second Thoughts because there's a lot to contemplate and look back on in what was a huge victory for the Hamilton Tiger Cats over their arch rivals, the Toronto Argonauts, 33-31, the walk-off winner by Mark Leggio. And I'll get to Mr. Leggio in a moment, but we're going to start with Bo Levi Mitchell because from really the laughing stock of the CFL just a few short weeks ago, a lot of fans, a lot of CFL pundits saying this team is going nowhere fast to now the hottest team in the league right now. The Ticats have finally found their mojo. And quarterback Bo Levi Mitchell is a big reason why. He has not only willed his team back into the playoff race with 4 games to go, he has, in my opinion, entered the conversation for most outstanding player. And you're probably thinking, still a last place team. How can he be an MOP candidate? Well, you look around the league, and usually 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, this award goes to a quarterback. Can we say that Cody Fajardo or Chad Kelly or Nathan Rourke or Vernon Adams Jr. or Zach Caleros or Trevor Harris or Drew Brown or Trey Ford or McLeod Bethel Thompson or Jake Mayer have played better, has been more valuable than Bo Levi Mitchell? Bo leads the league in passing yards, passing touchdowns. In Hamilton's last 3 wins, he has averaged 336 yards passing. He's thrown 5 TDs and 1 interception with the season on the line. Bo is playing his best football. That is sober second thought number 1. We got to talk about the man, the myth, and the legend, Legs, kicker Mark Leggio, coming off his best game as a Tiger Cat. 6 for 6 field goals, including the walk-off winner to put the dagger into the hearts of Toronto Argonauts fans. Legs this season is 34 of 39. His longest field goal of the season is 55 yards. And he's one of 5 kickers who have not missed an extra point this season. And you'll recall he missed 5 of them last year. He also missed 5 the year before as a member of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. If the Cats need more big boots from Leggio, the confidence in him to convert right now is sky high from this team, and I think from the fan base as well. Let's talk a little bit about James Butler, as he got into his first game in more than a month, and I spoke to Butler after practice on Monday, and I asked him, how did you feel sitting for all those weeks? And he expressed his frustration with being a healthy scratch, as any veteran would be, as any veteran of his caliber would be frustrated by the thought and the reality of having to sit for several weeks. But he also talked about being a pro football player. And there are times in a pro football player's career where the coaching staff or a teammate or whatever the case is will be thrust into that person's role. And that's certainly the case. But James Butler has also given major kudos, and he did after practice on Monday, to Greg Bell. And Butler says he felt good with his performance against the Argonauts last week, and he would love to be back on the field in Vancouver on Friday. And how could he not? And he probably deserves to be. An update on Greg Bell. I asked head coach Scott Milanovich about Bell's status for Friday. And while he practiced a little bit on Monday, I get the sense that maybe Butler is going to be the guy for the Ticats when they take on the Lions on Friday night. One more thought, and this one is on Jamal Peters, who signed a contract extension for the rest of next year, so throughout 2025. And he was the guy, really, that encouraged the team to go after Mississippi State teammate Cam Dantzler. They were roommates together, and so I asked Jamal after practice on Monday, give us a scouting report on Cameron Dantzler. And he said, quote, "He's just like me," which I think speaks volumes to Cam Dantzler's potential in the Canadian Football League. He has bounced around in the NFL, and Peters at Mississippi State, and certainly in the Canadian Football League, plays boundary corner. Dantzler plays the opposite side. He's the field corner in that kind of, who knows, crazy combo that could be on a Ticats field at the same time sometime soon. Just one more reminder as well that the Ticats Alumni Association Wall of Honor dinner is fast approaching. It's going to be held October the 3rd at Michelangelo's. Mike Walker and Bernie Custis will be enshrined in the Wall of Honor the night after, October 4th, when the Ticats host the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Tickets to the dinner, $125. Awesome meal as always at Michelangelo's. There's great appetizers, great drinks. There's going to be a lot of, Ticats alumni and certainly maybe some current players as well that you can rub shoulders with. It's going to be a fun night. Tickets available at htcaa.ca. I'll be there. Hope to see you there as well. The next edition of the Fifth Quarter Show on YouTube, of course, is going to follow this coming Friday night's game in BC. Now, special announcement here. Kickoff is at 10:30 Eastern Time. The show's going to start in at around 1:30. I know a lot of you have been asking for a bonus edition. Instead of going until 2:30 in the morning on Saturday, why not an alternative? So here is the alternative. After the game on Friday in BC, and we're all praying for another Ticats win, the show will go from about 1:30 or so to about 2 o'clock. A half hour kind of wrap up. And if you're with me, awesome. I'll be here trying to stay awake. But we're also going to do a bonus fifth quarter show on YouTube Saturday morning at 8. So if you can carve out some time to join me then, I'll certainly be recapping my thoughts from the night before, the early morning of. Set your alarms if you can't make it through the night on Friday night. I'll be live, fifth quarter show on YouTube, Saturday at 8 a.m. Hope to see you then. Have an awesome day.